this video, I will teach you exactly how to build an email list from scratch. Having an email list is essential for business owners. You need to have a way to reach out to your customers that is not dependent on social media. Now, this is also going to be really great for us self-publishers. Having an email list will mean that you will always have a group of people who are able, willing, and ready to purchase your next book. So if you're looking to build an email list, then this video is for you. Hey, if you're new here, and hey, if you are just coming back, my name is Shanice, and my purpose is to ensure that online moneymakers are able to, one, maximize their presence, and two, increase their sales. And my goal for this video is to help you to do both of those things by teaching you exactly how to create an email list. Now, when building an email list, the number one way to grow that list is to provide something of value to your audience. Now, this valuable item must be something that, one, reflects your brand, and two, is of interest to your audience. So ideally, this is going to be something that you can use as a way to get people to eventually purchase a product that you offer in your business. Now, I call this a valuable item, but a lot of people call this an opt-in or a freebie or a lead magnet. So those three terms are often used interchangeably to basically describe something that you are giving in exchange for an email address. Now, your lead magnet can take many different forms. So this can be a PDF file that someone gets to download. This can be an audio clip. This can be a link to a live webinar or a link to a recorded session. This can also be a sample item. So if you sell something like a puzzle book, perhaps you can have a sample, so a couple pages that somebody can do. If you have a coloring book, it could be a couple pages that someone can color. So your lead magnet can take a number of different forms. The only thing that's really important here is that it's something that, makes sense for your business. So if it's not something that makes sense for your business, it's not going to collect the email addresses, so it's not going to be effective. And then if you do get a couple email addresses, it's not going to translate into sales into your business because it didn't make sense to begin with. Here's what I recommend doing. Think about the main offer in your business. What's your best seller? How can you take a part of your bestseller and offer it to someone for free, right? So say your bestseller is a coloring book. Perhaps you can pull out 1 to 2 pages of that book and offer it for free if someone signs up for your email list. So that way, if they try out the coloring pages and they enjoy them, they are more likely to go ahead and purchase the full book. Another way you could do this is, say you have a book already and you are looking to create another book. Perhaps what you can do is offer a sample of the new book in the book that's already created. So that way people say, oh, I liked this book. Here, let me read the sample of this book. And now that they've liked the sample, they're more likely to purchase your book when it gets released. So now that we've established what a lead magnet is and we've provided some examples, let's go ahead and talk about how you are going to offer this lead magnet to your audience. So when offering a lead magnet to your audience, you have a number of different options. So for a lot of people, they're going to have a link that takes the customer to a landing page. And I'm going to show you an example. So this is one of my lead magnets. I have a link in my video description, and it takes people in my audience who are interested to this landing page. On the landing page, they will enter their email address, and then I will immediately send them this digital download. Another way that you can do this is to have a pop-up. So if you already have a website that you created for your business, all you would need to do is install a pop-up feature on that website. So when someone visits and perhaps when they're about to exit your website, you have this pop-up that basically stops them from leaving without getting something, right? So you are able to at least collect some email addresses before they exit your website. Another way you can do this, and this is going to be great for us booksellers, is to utilize a QR code. So in this book, I do have a QR code. So if someone purchases my book and they've liked the content, then they're able to scan that QR code with their cell phone and then immediately sign up for my mailing list. So that is something that you can do as a bookseller. So you can have a landing page, you can have a pop-up, you can utilize the QR code strategy. So now that we've talked about your freebie, the ways in which you're going to give your freebie to your audience, now we need to talk about how are you actually going to collect and store these email addresses. And for that, you will actually need an email service provider. So when I first started out, I actually used MailChimp, and MailChimp is free up to 500 subscribers. As my email list grew, I then moved over to ConvertKit, and this one is free up to 1,000 subscribers. And I do have a link to ConvertKit in my description if you want to go ahead and check it out. And so what I will say to you here is to do some research on different email providers, do some research on the cost, do some research on what it's going to cost you when your email list does grow and you exceed the minimum that they give you for free. With this, you're able to choose the provider that will serve you best. So now that we have covered pretty much everything you need to do in order to build your email list from scratch, I do want to let you know that you're probably going to need to watch a couple of tutorial videos in order to put it all together. So if you don't have the technical know-how, there are lots of videos here on YouTube to help you with things like adding the pop-up to your website or to help you with things like designing your first landing page. Now, if you like my teaching style and you want me to do a tutorial, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I am more than happy to make a tutorial showing you exactly how I create my freebies and then go ahead and set those up on my landing page. So let me know if you want a tutorial on that. Now, of course, this is just the basic guide for those of you who are just starting out with building an email list. If you have already built an email list, now you need to start thinking about things like maximizing the email list by having different tags and having different segments. This means that if your business has multiple offers, people may be interested in multiple things. And so you want to make sure that when you're crafting emails, you're sending specific emails to specific people. That way, you are more likely to turn your email subscribers into shoppers. Let's take a practical example here. When I was running my stationery business, this was a lot easier because I was just running a stationery business. I only had a couple of products. I had sticky notes, I had notepads. And so I just had one general list. And for my customers, I say, hey, take 10% off your order by signing up for my email list. Now, this was a great idea for me because everybody wants to save money on their first purchase. But the mere fact that I was collecting their email addresses means that I could then go ahead and target them so that they could become second-time shoppers, third-time shoppers, right? So whenever I was having a sale, I could email them. A lot of times when people shop from your business, you don't have the right to just send them emails, right? So you do have to still ask them to sign up for the mailing list, right? And so that's why it's always good to say offer a 10% discount or something like that to get them to actually subscribe to that email list. Now, I hope that this video has been helpful for you and that you are able to successfully get started with email marketing. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and drop those in the comment section below. If you are interested in print on demand, go ahead and check out my print on demand playlist. If you are interested in self-publishing or Amazon KDP, then go ahead and check out my self-publishing or Amazon KDP playlist. Until next time, my name is Shanice. Keep designing your dream life and business, and I'm going to see you in my very next video. Bye!